Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Diana Rankin, and today our message from my spirit guide, Phillip, is, of course, one of your questions. And this is about, do we have free will in spirit form, or are there restrictions? Well, we're going to take a look at that answer in just a few minutes here, give people a chance to come on. If those who are available to come on live, thank you so much. I'm so glad you can join me. And those who are not able to join us live, thank you for joining us virtually. And I really appreciate your comments that you make below, and I really appreciate thumbs up. Last week, we had a little problem. Iris, we lost one. Isis, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I forget the name right now. If it's Isis or Iris, but we lost your comment, so I apologize for that. I'm not sure. Mercury was in retrograde. I think it still is. I'm not an astrologer, but that does play havoc with the electronics. So we're going to get to that question and see what Phillip has to say in just a minute. But I want to also tell you that we will get a message from one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers by Phillip. And this is just an oracle book. And we just open to any page to get our soul message for the week. So we're going to get to that as soon as we get to Phillip's answers. I, again, so appreciate your support. You're the ones who keep me doing this week after week. And so let's get going and see what Phillip has to say. Oh, by the way, if you have questions, please just put them in the comments below, or you can email me the question. If you have private questions about your life, then just give me a call. My number is on the website, and you can access that from below. Just give me a call, and we will set up a special, or not a special, but it will be special because you're special, but we'll set up a meeting for you, a session that we can do over the phone or FaceTime or via Zoom if you're international. My international clients, we always use Zoom. Okay. But if you have general questions that would be of interest to our whole audience, then please just put them in the comments below or send them to me by email. And again, that information, email address is below. So here we go. Do we have free will in spirit form, or are there restrictions? In Spirit World, we are aware that all is energy, but only if we have the consciousness of this. As you pass from the human dimension to the vibration of spirit, you do not suddenly become all wise. Darn. Your journey will begin as a reflection of that which you believed while in human form, as well as that which your mission was and how well you played out the soul's mission. For example, if you had a particular religious practice that you gave your excuse me, let me read that again. You know, I stumble sometime on the syntax. Phillip's wording is so different from the way I might word something, and I do stumble on it, so forgive me. For example, if you have a particular religious practice that gave you expectations about what to experience upon death in the body, this is what you will experience. As an example, if you think you are to go to heaven, then this will be your first experience. If you think you are to go to hell, then this will be your first experience. That which you harbor in thought is that which you will experience at first. We say at first because there is an initial experience that allows for a person to transition from one dimension to another. Do not put a time frame on this transition. This may take only a few moments, or it may take many Earth years. As the initial transition wanes, loved ones who came before, your guides and angels, and those who are to help you will be seen. In this stage of transition, you will then be welcomed and assigned those who will comfort and guide you. Those people, while in human form, who caused harm, will be caught at the lower levels of energy. This is if the harm came from their anger, fear, or other harmful emotions. Even though they are in these lower energies that some would label hell, they may choose to upgrade their beliefs and move to a more pleasant level of energy. Not everyone who does what is considered bad deeds will go to the lower levels of energy. There are those whose soul's mission was to create upheaval for the good of humankind, to open the wounds so the pus erupts and the wound heals properly. You've seen me, some of you, give this demonstration. What happens, we have a wound, and we do this with it, where so there's this scar up here over the wound, but the wound is still there, and there's a lot of pus in that wound. Some of these may be childhood wounds or wounds from relationships or even other lives. And if we refuse to look at these wounds, what and certainly this is what's happening in the US right now and other countries, what happens is the wound then breaks open in some lifetime, and we get the opportunity to heal it like this. And then it's actually healed. That's what Phillip is talking about here. For those who, and for, hello, so good to see you joining us. I'll get to you and name each of you in just a moment, but let's get back. For those who are trapped in the lower levels, they will need to learn they have the free will to leave, but they must first examine their deeds and make amends. They must have compassion for themselves and find the understanding of why they acted out their fear. They must understand why they are where they are and open the consciousness to a higher level of energy. Each human will enter spirit world at the energy level their consciousness accepts. As in human form, there are different levels of consciousness and awareness. As you enter at your own level of awareness, you may stay for a period of time and then be ready to explore more levels of energy. You will have those around you to guide you as you choose. It is your free will that helps you where you are or allows you to explore. However, there are restrictions. These are of two natures. One, as we have mentioned, your own consciousness and the restrictions you put on yourself. So, in other words, if we believe we belong in hell, we're going to stay there until we're ready to up that energy level. The second, is the restriction put on you by those of higher energy. To enter the higher energy realms, you must be ready. To enter a higher energy realm than one has the consciousness for is dangerous to the soul's consciousness. The desire to enter higher realms of energy is all that's required for the instruction and study to begin. You have the free will to request the study and the free will to study and to practice the study. So, in other words, it's not that different from human life. If I want to learn how to do something, I need to ask those who know how to do it, how do I do that? They will give me the study, and then I have to study the study and practice the study. Same thing in spirit world, isn't it? Phillip goes on to say, free will in spirit world is not so different from that in human form. Without a body, manifestations can be instantaneous, but restrictions must be honored to protect the soul's consciousness. I find that interesting, the soul's consciousness. Well, Juliet, hello. Happy Friday, she says. And Lexi Luna says, good afternoon, Diana and Phillip, sending lots of love and positivity to you and everyone watching. Thank you. And Mike, too late to sign up for tonight. Mike, it is not. And thank you for bringing that up. Tonight is Friday night. Tonight is our Sacred Circle. I hold it once a month on Zoom. And just go to my website, go to, I think it's events, and you can still sign up till about 4:00 Eastern Daylight Time. So Mike, thank you. It'll be good to see you tonight. And anybody else who wants to come tonight, we still have room. And then we do this by Zoom. So we have people from all over the country coming. Because of the time, it's 7 to 9 Eastern Daylight Time. So again, you can sign up until about 4:00 today. The link will be up, and then I will send you the Zoom link. So hope to see some of you there. And hello, my beautiful Annika World. Happy Friday and weekend to all, she says. My beautiful friend, I believe from South Wales, only because of the title, the name here. Well, it's so good to see all of you. I'm glad that you were able to make it. Let's get our message for this week. And again, I'm great to see you. And Mike, great question. Thank you. I meant to bring that up and forgot about it. So here we go. We just flip through until we get to a page. I'm hearing right pretty strongly. So if you heard right, we're just in sync. Our intuition is in sync with Phillip, who's telling us our message this week is on the right. If you heard left, that's a message you need to pay special attention to, because that's a message for you. So here we go. Oh, this is important. And it kind of has a lot to do with our answered question, which never ceases to amaze me. But the message from Philip always aligns with the message of the question that he gives us. So here we go. When you seek revenge, it is upon yourself that it will fall. When you seek revenge, it is upon yourself where it will fall. I have to remind myself of that so often, because sometimes when someone cuts me off in traffic, for example, I can just smile and say, bless you, bless you. And other times I have to remind myself, they don't need finger language. They don't need to hear nasty words. They don't need to hear you're yelling at them. And I will tell you, I have been known to do both, depending upon how stressed I am. So if you heard right, when you seek revenge, it is upon yourself that it will fall. Let's remember that. And instead of finger language, we can say bless you and bless me. If you heard left, is it not more difficult to hear when shouting than when whispering? Is it not more difficult to hear when shouting than when whispering? Well, I think these are a couple of the things that we need to keep in mind, so that when we do pass over into spirit world, we're able to talk to those higher ups, those in the higher energies, as Philip says, and ask them to help us raise our energy level. And these messages are certainly telling us, raise your energy levels, people. Raise your energy levels. Raise your energy levels. We need that in our world today, and certainly in the country I live in, and I think all over the world. And we are having that opportunity to raise our energy right now, our energy, not just our physical energy, but our spiritual energy, our emotional energy. And that's simply the more love we actually experience and give out, not to suppress, not to stuff down those old angers, because remember, we don't want to heal like this. We want to be able to heal like this. That's where we find the love. All right, my friends, thank you so much for coming live. I'm so grateful to see you. And thank you for those who come not live, but please leave your comments. And again, the thumbs up. I love them. Thank you. I'll look forward to all of your questions, and we'll see you next week. We're doing fine here. Daisy's still with us, which to me is a miracle. 2 years ago, I didn't think she would still be here. And here she is, and bouncing around like a kid outside, but then falls down, and I got to pick her up, and she's showing her age, but she's doing pretty good. So thank you for asking. I love you, my friends. Thank you for accepting that love. And thank you for the love you send to us. I'll see you tonight, some of you. Until then, or until next week, thank you.